Good afternoon. I am Allison Penna, aka Bad Widow, and today is dating. People find dating really, really hard because for the most part, we want to find love in our lives. And yet it's one of the scariest things ever. So I was with the same man for 25 years, married for 20, and he died in my arms in September 2016. And so the idea of hoping for another love is absolutely terrifying. And yet at a certain point I did. I started dating again. And so, and successfully dating and dating online. Now, consider, I met my husband in 1992. And so online dating was not even a thing at that time. When I started dating, I really developed a pretty winning strategy for doing it well. The first thing I did was I got myself ready. Hi, welcome. I decided that I was willing to hope to find someone who I could care about and who would care about me, that was possible for me. And so that was the first thing. And I went through a whole bunch of steps, which I'm not going to go over here, about how to do that. The second thing is that I set very clear, very small expectations. I took baby steps. So my intent in the first conversations were to answer the question, did I want to meet this person? That's it. I wasn't asking myself, could I see myself married to them? I wasn't naming the children. I wasn't doing any of that stuff. But people do that, right? We long for love so much that we jump the gate over the part where you go, would I like to see this person again? Would I like to see this person ever? So I developed a pretty specific screening process for deciding if I wanted to meet a person. So that was the first step, baby step, as I said. The second thing I did was, once I went out on a date, the second decision was, did I want to see the person a second time? Now, I want you to note that I was not asking myself in that moment if there was great chemistry. I had been with the same man for 25 years. I couldn't, for quite some time, stand any other person touching me than my husband, who was dead. So chemistry was not a realistic thing for me to even ask myself for a period of time. So this is the tiny incremental baby steps that I took as I started to date. Now, as a result, every single date that I actually went on where I met a person, those men were interesting, nice, fun, and we had a very enjoyable time. The third baby step I did was I put in my profile and I set up to go and do things that I liked doing myself with these people, with the idea that those people who were attracted to the things that I liked as well would maybe like a companion to do them with. And that worked out very well. Even if the person was not a great person for me, we tended to have a very nice time. So those are the three sort of incremental first steps that I took to successfully date, and ultimately to find a person who will be my second epic love affair in this lifetime. The third thing I did was I set boundaries, but they were not very difficult at the beginning. So there were three things that were non-negotiable no's for me. The first was I would not date a smoker. The second was I would not date someone who was for Trump. And the third thing was the person that I was with had to love music, going to musical events, doing musical things, because that's something really important to us, to me. And so it's, what are your non-negotiables? And what are the things that you love to do that if the other person did not love to do those things too, it would be a problem? So that's it. Those are a few very short, very sweet tips on how to start dating successfully. Obviously, there's a lot more to it. But functionally, I started dating and actually seeing people July 1st. And the man I am with moved in April 1st. So that's pretty amazing, right? There are people who struggle. I've heard the horror stories, all true. Does not necessarily have to be true for you. So today's live stream was about managing personal expectations, taking baby steps, and setting appropriate boundaries. Tomorrow will be about the twos, the social and cultural assumptions that are made about dating and about dating at different times in life that might hamper us in finding love. So if you're interested in that, tune in tomorrow. Talk to you then. Alison Penna, aka Bad Widow. Type yes below if you've ever been on a bad date. Bye. Okay. And Facebook is acting up a little bit, so I'm trying to end the broadcast, and we'll see how long it takes to do it. Thank you so much for watching, those of you who did. I'm going to be doing a series of broadcasts on dating, specifically, on the kinds of things I did, breaking it down a bit. That's it. Okay, I'm not understanding why this is not ending. I'm going to put my glasses on so I can actually see better. Attempting to end live video. Unsuccessfully. Come on. Okay, Facebook is acting up. I am trying to end the video. It may or may not be ending. So just bear with me, I guess. It's rolling along, rolling along. I do not understand why it's not doing what I want it to do. Okay, well, I know, it's pretty funny. Sometimes Facebook does not do what we want it to do. It does something else, like right now. So thank you for joining. Thank you for listening to my thoughts on dating. And I will somehow end this broadcast. Exactly. Never ending. So I've pressed end live video several times now. Okay.